Hello there and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've got another session with Lola here and we are back inside. Going just get more repetitions as far as a quick warm up with the basic obedience, but it might be at the edge of the screen there, the vacuum cleaner, one of her nemesis. And pretty common nemesis for dogs in general. This is not going to be her first session with the vacuum cleaner. This is actually just her second. The very first one, just working with it solo in terms of it's not plugged in. I'm rolling it around as I'm holding the leash, as I'm working on giving her some treats and conditioning her through it and whatnot. So depending on how that goes, which I feel like is going to go pretty smoothly, then we will plug it in. And because it's a corded vacuum cleaner, well, I'm going to have Kate manage it and handle it while I manage Lola here, just so that we don't have to worry about any tangling or anything. It's just the vacuum itself and it moving and functioning as it should. If you happen to be by yourself and you're working on something like this with your own dog, just be very mindful with those corded vacuum cleaners that the tangling, the cord getting between the legs, or if they're on place, like we're probably gonna have Lola for it, and it's moving and waving in front of them, possibly accidentally smacking them in the face a little bit, that can be things that tend to set off a dog and get them to become reactive. So we're gonna minimize or even eliminate that as much as we can with Kate helping me out once we get there. So let's warm her up and get going. Lola, here. Yes. Place. Yes. Place. No. Place. No. Good. Yes. Place. Yes. Down. No. Lola, down. Yes. Down. Yes. Whoops. Sit. Good. Yes. Drop the treat. Come on. Lola. Good girl. Place. Hey. Nope. Place. Good. 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 Good catch. Good. Hey. Nope. Place. Good. 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 Yes. Place. So as soon as I brought it over, that little wiggle she did in anticipation of something. Yes, that could be because of the first session. It's like, ooh, it's this thing again. I got a lot of treats. Place, a lot of excitement with that. It could be because I mentioned it was her nemesis. Good. Yes. Place. Nope. Lola, place. Good. Yes. Place. Good. Yes. Place. Now I'm pretty much going to focus on using place for everything with the vacuum cleaner, just because realistically, when I might have a dog out and I'm vacuuming, it's a lot easier for them to stay on the bed than to stay in a down, and definitely a lot easier than staying in a sit, just because the length of time it takes, nope, place, would, to do a vacuuming job, whether it's just the rug or the whole room or whatever. A sit, they're gonna get bored of it, get a little tired of it, and probably go into a down, which personal preference you can allow. You can, good, or not allow, and if you don't, then that's definitely why I wouldn't recommend a sit. But the boundaries of the bed just help add to their understanding and commitment of stick to this while that's going on. Yes. Place. Good. Good place. Good. Good. And this is the part that I was talking about, where she got a lot of food the last time. I'm just going in circles and giving her one kibble at a time so I can rewrite her association to the vacuum in of itself, and how that little step that she did earlier was anticipating this. Good, Lola. Whoops. Yes. Good girl. Place. Good. All right. All right, Kate, if you could come out. And let's plug it in. And before turning it on, we'll just have it plugged in because it's gonna be a little different with the cord now trailing behind it. Good. Hey, good. Yes. And just go back and forth in front of the rug. Place. Hey. Good. Yes. Place. Good. And especially in the context, if you can have someone, like I've got Kate working with it. Good, Lola. Hey, no. Of course, as I was saying that. Place. Murphy's Law, right? I was gonna say, because of that focus to me so strongly at first, of course I had to break away our engagement to talk to you guys. Good. Yes. But and now, as I'm re-engaging with her, place. She's almost oblivious to the vacuum cleaner going on behind her. Again, when you have a second person so that you can be the focus, that's what we're looking for. Nope. And it's less about the obedience. But be the focus to me and forget about that. This is not that different than good. Reactivity to other dogs. As far as the process, the intensity, the emotional value of those other dogs, it's gonna be a fairly different ballgame, but still not all entirely different in concept. Not that different when it comes to other things, whether it's reacting to animals on the TV or strangers or whatever. Bless you. I want her much more focused on me than the distraction or the concern. So, breaking things down though, just the vacuum itself, unplugged, moving around. Then we plugged it in, moved it around a little bit. Now we're gonna turn it on and it's just sitting there, just the motor running. It's not moving or anything to see if the noise by itself solicits any kind of response. And if so, then we'll get some conditioning. So pardon the noise that you're about to hear. Go ahead. Yep. Good. Good. Yes. Place.
Do you want me to leave it on or turn it on and off?
Leave it on for right now.
Okay.
Place. Yes. We can leave it on. We can approach it, see if there's any response. Yes. Down. Yes. Try to do some obedience in very close proximity. Sit. Yes. Place. Good. Go ahead and turn it off. Good. And it just running like that and doing a little bit, and I would recommend more obedience, more time spent on it than what I just did, but it can be like white noise. It's just that stuff in the background, because when it's on and off, there's more awareness, more alertness, more focus to it because it's inconsistent and it's not ongoing. So I'm gonna do a little round of obedience similar to what I just did, randomly on and off.
Okay.
Lola, yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Sit. Yes. Place. Yes. Sit. Yes. Oof. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Place. Yes. Whoops. Place. Good. Go and turn it off. Good. And so I know I mentioned earlier focusing on place during the vacuuming, but doing basic obedience just like that and relatively easy stuff. That was all yes, 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 yes. So I wasn't challenging or anything because it's not about that anymore. It's not about the obedience. It's not even about advancing the communication. It's about applying that concept in this context, in this condition, and trying to keep that emotional feeling of this is cool, this is fun, and tie it to what used to have an emotional feeling of I don't like it so much, it's scary, or it's noisy, it's big, or whatever, and getting them more comfortable with it. Good. Yes. Lola. I know, I'm losing you, you're getting bored, and you're getting tired. Place. So, being active with the obedience, especially with it's just the noise. Kate's now moving the cord around as if we're getting out of the way when we're moving. That could be its own thing. Good. I didn't think about that. Thank you. Good. So playing with it and desensitizing, whether it's active obedience or stick into place, which is probably going to be a lot easier yet again when you're working by yourself. But as it gets more and more to represent, at least the distraction part of it, to represent the actual vacuuming, that's when we want to start to focus more about having our dog on place or whatever that behavior, whatever that expectation is for them while you do your task. Just because conditioning, we're working on the emotional stuff, now we're continuing the emotion yet applying a bit more of a behavioral understanding as well. So I'm going to keep you on place. Let's turn it on and just back and forth like you did before. Good. Good.
A little worried about it now that it's on and moving.
Wood. Careful. Wood. Hey, good. And turn it off. Yes. Good. Place. Lola, place. So with that going back and forth, you can see Lola, like that's there. And a little flash, a little instinct of like, I gotta do something about it maybe, but then also quickly checking back in with me. And that's each time that's happening, I'm giving her food. On our Facebook private community, we did a live talking about positive confusion, counter conditioning, and that is more or less what I was applying right here. Because I did have her on place, I was using good rather than yes, but if I didn't have the expectation of the command place, just kind of the implication that we're here, so she might as well be on it, then it can be justified to go ahead and say yes for each of those little moments and the reward. But a lot of it, I was also just silent, just giving her the food. She looked, gave her the food, she looked back at me, more food, back and forth, vacuuming's happening, and it's just the giving of the food, or less the giving of the food, the fact that she's getting food, she's taking it, she's receiving it, she's eating it. That's gonna help with the classical conditioning of just feeling good, as opposed to operant conditioning of choices being made. That's still kind of applying, but not really the focus, hence silently just food, 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 food as it's happening. Good. So let's turn it back on, do a little bit more, and maybe a little bit of curving around and maybe a flyby right next to it. We'll see what she does and go from there. Okay. Yes. Place. Good. 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 Yes. Place. Good. Wood. All right, keep going. In a second, I'm gonna ask you to bump the leg. Nope. Of course, as I'm not, nope. Good. 8. Good. As soon as I break engagement, it gives her the okay, like, oh, maybe I need to do something about that. Good. Good. In which case,
pausing for instruction.
Right? In which case, if that's the case with your dog, have a written out game plan if you have someone helping you out of what to do. That way you can smoothly transition, or possibly not give new instruction in the middle of the activity and turn off, calm things down like we are here and now, to then give the instruction of what we want to do. Because what I was looking for now is, as you do a couple more passes back and forth, maybe 1, 2, 3, bump the leg. And right after that happens, I'm intending to mark the yes, pull her off. I said the word, I'll give it to you, and the body language too. Pull her off with a big old jackpot, and at that moment, turn it off, stop it, and that's gonna be the end of it. Because we've been working at it for a little while. This is not our first session in the day, and she's getting tired already. Place. But obviously, I need to be continuously engaging with her, because when I start to slack off in this engagement, she's likely to go for her nemesis, which is what the concern is, what we're trying to work on. Like I said, this is only our second session doing it, so it's good, it's needed, it's important to have that constant feedback, constant food, whatever it is, to keep the engagement between us as opposed to on the distraction. So, couple of passes, bump, and I'm gonna give her a big old jackpot. Good. Good. 8. Good. Good. Yes. Good job.
That was a baby bump.
That was the tiniest bump, but I just saw it go in that direction, so I did it anyways. I'm not sure I would even call that a bump. Much less like a touch. But either way,
I was going for
it happened.
For light.
I marked that yes, big old jackpot, and by big old jackpot, I'm giving her food. I'm not giving her that whole handful all at once. I'm letting her slowly eat through it all. Good job. Good girl. All done. All right, come here. Let's hang out. Good girl. But there you go, just some desensitization practice with the vacuum cleaner. I got a sneeze coming on, pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you. With our new way of doing these sessions, there's no editing that out, so pardon me about that. But anyways, nice and easy. Obviously, there was a little bit of reactivity as soon as the engagement broke off, but that's to be expected because this is the first session with her working with it turned on. When it's turned off, I'm gonna go right up to it. It's not moving. She really doesn't care about it. So it's less about the vacuum itself, but the activity, the noise and all of that. Hey. So that's a wrap for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you have any questions about it, oops, hey, Lola, come here. Good. Chill out. If you have any questions about anything, drop them down in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us and everything that we've got going on. I'll see you guys next time.